Well, guys, thank you so much for having me. YPN is so near and dear to my heart. This is how I got involved in the association, and I just really love our amazing association. So thanks, DJ, for putting this together and the entire committee. I love this idea. I think it's such a good idea. And sorry, I don't look the best or feel my best, but I'm so excited about this topic that I'm just so happy that I'm able to present to you guys virtually here today. So the topic of branding, oh my goodness, where do we even start? I feel that it is so overwhelming and there's so many options on how someone can brand themselves. And it's so funny because often when someone's a new real estate agent, they kind of start thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to have my business cards. I need to have my business Facebook page up, my business Instagram, my website. I need to have my logo, like all these things. And I really feel that by worrying so much about everything being perfect, a lot of people end up not taking action and not really knowing which way to go. So today, I hope I bring you some clarity. I don't know it all, but I'm happy to share what I do know, what I've personally experienced. And I just want to hear from you guys and answer any questions from you guys. So that being said, I'm going to share this fun little presentation that I have. Okay. So when I think of, hang on, let me see. When I personally think of branding in today's day and age for 2022, I really think there's three different options or a combination of the few. You can really promote your personal brand, right? Keep in mind that each and every single one of us are our own walking, talking personal brand, right? Every day I wake up, I'm Alexa Kebalo Hughes, right? Every day DJ wakes up, she's DJ Doobie. We each have our own personal brand. And I think that we each come into this business with our own unique set of skills and experiences, whether it's a previous job, tons of interests, et cetera, right? Next, all the way to the right, we have our traditional, more of a business brand, right? So maybe that's when someone's like, oh, I need to make a team. I need to have like a logo for my team name and this and that. And, going down that rabbit hole, it's not a bad one, but it's just, let's think about all the options here. And a lot of people, they work on their personal brand, right? And the traditional business brand. And it's kind of like, where do I put my attention, right? And then we have what I've kind of named here for today's talk is the hybrid, like of the two / a lifestyle brand, right? Being a licensed realtor, let's face the facts. It's 24/7. It's day in and day out. We're always switching our hats. Hey, I'm with my family, one hat. Hey, I just got a phone call and I'm negotiating an offer, another hat, right? So I really feel this business is a lifestyle, whether you're part-time to brand new, full-time, et cetera. So anyways, so before we decide where you guys want to go with your own brands, let's kind of take a look here. Oh, it'd be great if I go to the next slide. Okay, so what path do I choose, right? It's super overwhelming, so many options. And it's just the first thing you really need to think about when you're determining what your personal brand is, who am I, right? Okay, so for me, these are all my accomplishments. Last year, I was GHAR President, which I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm highly involved with YPN, NAR, Board of Directors, you name it. I feel really proud and really grateful for what I've been able to accomplish. My mom previously owned several RE/MAX offices. We've sold a whole bunch of homes, right? This is who I am. Who is Alexa Kebalo Hughes? We each have our own personal brand. So here is who I am. I'm a wife. I'm a dog mom to my fur baby. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I have phenomenal sister-in-laws. I have this most beautiful niece that I'm a godmother to. And who else am I? Oh, what do I love doing? I love hiking, being outdoors, being with my dog, being with my family, eating food, going to different locations and traveling, the beautiful flowers my husband purchases me. And when he carved our names in a tree and doing yoga every day, my daily habits, daily rituals, that's who I am, right? Who else am I? This is more of the fun stuff within, our career. Oh, look in the middle there. There's our YPN sales, tails, and nails event that we had earlier this year. Here I am on different panels and some fun client closing pictures and just serving this incredible industry. So that's who I am. So what is more interesting to you, right? All the accolades, all of the, cool accomplishments, all the pictures of the homes I've sold, or is it more, maybe a little bit more about the personal, right? Or maybe it's a combination. So the old school thinking, to really dissect this, we need to think about the old school thinking, which really the old school thinking is that the companies are the brand, right? Like you needed to be part of a company to be able to, with a huge name, to be able to feel, that you're relevant. But of course, in today's day and age, the new school thinking is that the agents are the brand, right? Each and every one of you, your clients use you and trust you because it's you. And they know they're going to get a level of care that I bring or that DJ brings or Bill, who I know is in the room, brings, right? That's what it's all about. So we're in a very interesting time where the agents are really the center of the client experience, of course, right? But that's how we want it to be. But it's crazy. We live in crazy times where people are able to brand their personal brands and have Ryan Serhant, 1.5 million followers. It's crazy. And of course, branding and followers are a little bit different, but it's also the same in many ways because it's about the people that recognize you and know you and follow you. And this is my friend Ricky here, who has several followers as well. And he taught me a lot about, at the end of the day, choosing the personal brand and going the personal brand route is going to allow you to create more of an impact, right? And we're all fighting for, we're all fighting all that noise 24/7, all that marketing that's coming towards us, everything that's being thrown at us. So it's nice to keep it simple for the consumer as much as possible. So we do notice a trend. It's about the agents. So let's go back in time to that time when I found myself in Gary Vaynerchuk's office. This was one of the most pivotal moments of my entire life. To my right was Gary V, who I met, who I'm going to talk to you guys about who he is in a moment. And to my left was Ricky. That's who I just mentioned before. They both touched upon the same thing. And look at this. So this is the methodology of focusing on one aspect that you want to build. If you have to choose one brand you want to build, it is so crucial that you choose one. Okay. And I'll show you why. The same reason why Ricky has a tremendous number of followers is the same reason why Gary here, 9.7 million followers. This man is so impactful and influential in the marketing space, entrepreneurial space, et cetera. He does like marketing for Coca-Cola and this and that. But look at, even with his 9.7 million followers, his other companies, you could see VaynerMedia and Vayner Sports that I put side by side here for us. VaynerMedia has 242,000 followers and Vayner Sports has 110,000 followers. And that man has 9.7 million followers. So again, this talk is more about branding, but at the end of the day, this is a perfect example of how the consumer's mindset and the consumer's attention is maybe only able to have an impact in one area the most. So what is going to be the area that you promote the most? Okay. And so the issue with traditional branding, right, is that the agents are really now the brand, but they're really not showing who they are. So that's something that's really important to me, is kind of coming through and having that balance. And then the issue with just straight up personal brand all the time, just who you are, out to lunch all the time. So it's easy to show who you are, but you also must show that you're doing the business, right? Because they see that you're out to lunch 24/7, cocktail lunches or whatever, is that just what it's all about for this individual, right? So it's really a mix. So I'm going to show you guys my own experience. So I was kind of frustrated because for the longest time, I was spending so much time and energy on, my business Instagram, right? The Kebalo group at the time. Since DCP came out with changes, I've made some changes, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. But I had my personal brand and then the Kebalo group brand and this and that and this and that. And we all wear different hats. And, I have all these different podcasts I do and this and that. And it's like, I don't want to have a different account for each, right? Just like how if you focus on one direction, whether it's the personal, the traditional, or maybe a hybrid, for me, I realized if I'm going to put all my attention into something, I'm going to focus on my personal brand, because let's face the facts. I'm going to show you guys an example. Oh, here we go. So this was my Instagram account before, well, it's still my account, but before, the change of DCP. So it's now inactive technically, but see all this content. It was awesome. I thought it was kind of cool. Like just listed, just sold some of my favorite quotes. Guys, it was costing me like $400 a month to have someone create relevant content for me all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And plus it's like falling on deaf ears. I only have 1,400 followers, right? And I say only compared to my personal account, right? So I'm like, where am I going to put my attention? Now here's my personal account, for example. Okay. When you look, it shows I'm doing business. I'm doing a little bit more coaching and mentorship and speaking. Here I am at, the headquarters at NAR, which was an incredible highlight. I was so grateful for that. But I wanted to keep it all my personal page, my personal brand, right? Under that umbrella. Now I have pictures of my dear Mimi, who unfortunately passed away, my little niece Harley's, who's so darn cute. And then yes, I'm adding in some happy New Year's and just sold and just listed, and et cetera, et cetera. But to me, I'm like, if I'm going to be focusing my attention, my resources on one brand, for me, it's a hybrid lifestyle brand. But anyways, they're creating so much. For example, this business brand is creating a bunch of relevant content. So I don't have to spend $400 a month anymore. Thank goodness. And now I'm able to now start sharing all this content out to my personal brand, AKA the hybrid lifestyle brand. So anyways, I could go on, but for me, it was so overwhelming. And that's why I'm so happy to kind of share my take on this. So what do you choose? There's so many different options out there for you. And I hope this was helpful to you guys here today. Awesome. So that's it. Do you guys have any questions or anything? One more thing I will say, if you are going to think about how you want to post, I do a lot more professional content on my page itself. And then my stories, I haven't loaded up the last 2 days because I just haven't been 100%, but usually my stories will show, oh, now I'm doing yoga. Oh, now I'm doing my morning routine. Maybe it's TMI, but I love it. I think it's fun. And, it's kind of a fun mixture of the personal with the business. Thank you so much. Everyone have such a good one.
Guys, ready? Everyone have drinks and food? Next, we have Duncan. He's going to also speak to us about branding. And then I just want to make sure you guys all stick around to the end. We're going to do our raffle with a gift card, but you have to be present to win.
All right, everyone. My name is Duncan. I work with WFG National Title Insurance Company. Yes, I do title insurance. Very exciting. There we go. All right, so I'm going to touch on branding, kind of like what Alexa said. Pretty much similar points, but just in a little different spin. So let's see what happens. But this is who I am. Like you said, this is who I am. I'm a veteran. I was an insurance agent for 20 years. I'm a business development manager for a title company. I've owned a restaurant. Don't do it. All right. I was a dream. It turned into a nightmare very quickly. I owned a roller skating rink for 20 years with my parents. That was a pretty cool experience. If you want to do it, don't do it again. But this is who I am. I'm a single dad of 3 boys. They're pretty cool. I'm dad of a cool little dog, Freedom. And I sit on the board of a couple of nonprofits. So that's what I like to do. That's my life right there. And this is going to brand me much more than anything else I do with work. So why am I here? I'm here to tell you about pretty much what you do and what you don't do about branding yourself. What Alexa said about business, and your personal and the hybrid, she's 100% right. Now, where do you want to be in social media? Pretty much everywhere. Everywhere you can possibly find be. All those channels is where you want to be. But what do you want to post? Right? You want to humanize yourself. I have friends that own businesses. I have friends that are realtors as well. But all I see in their feed is their open house. Just sold. Real estate. other businesses, it's all about legal stuff. All the lawyers are just tell me legal.com, law.com. I don't want to read any of that. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see who you are as a human. I want to see who your kids are. I want to see who your dogs are, pets are. I want you to connect with me on a human level. Faces, facts, and funny. As Leah just pointed out to me, I'm a funny guy. If anybody follows me on Facebook, I post the funniest and stupidest stuff ever. Pretty much everywhere I go, it's like, hey, you're Duncan. I'm like, who are you? Nice to meet you. But it's a brand. Like, I'm the funny guy that wears pink. Right? Most people don't know what I do because most people are not my target audience. So I know who my target audience is. But do you know who your target audience is? Who's your perfect client? Go after that. Show them your persona to your perfect client. Is your perfect client like $1 million seller? Well, you want to beat that person. You want to be something that they want to attract. You know, you don't want to show them all the closed, just closed open houses. That's the joke pollution. It's like spam. Who are you? I want to know who you are. I want to know what you do. I want to see your family, your pets. And what's your personal brand? Like Alexa said, it's like, what is it that you want to do? Where is it that you want to go? You want to, personally, I recommend a hybrid. You want to show them a little bit of work, but also show them who you are as a person. It's going to make you, it's literally the word that they use a lot and the books that I read is humanize. And tag people, tag your friends, tag your buyers, tag your sellers. When you're taking pictures, when you're posting stuff, take pictures of them, take funny pictures of them. I think the funniest picture that I saw was a realtor that took a selfie with his head in the corner with the home buyer and the house behind him. But it's not like everything you see every day. Literally, it's just like this. That thing got like 1,500 likes and like 500 comments. More than any picture that I ever posted. So just be different. You know, there was a meme that I think I posted the past couple of days is it takes an odd one to be number one. So be different. Now I wear pink because it makes me different. None of my friends wear pink. The studies showed or said that about 85% of people that are asked to leave a review will leave a review. So the simple thing is take a picture of them. No, take a funny picture of them when you close and ask them to post it for you and leave your review. The day of the closing is the time to hit. If you wait more than 2 or 3 days after the closing, they forget about you. Right? They're already talking to Eversource, they're talking to AT&T, they're talking to the movie company, the movie company messed up. You know, they're thinking about 60 million different things. Right now, that day is when you want to get them. You just got the keys, they're excited, everything is moving forward. That's when you're gonna get the best review. On Facebook, Instagram, everything else. If you're not gonna post business stuff, businessy stuff, that is somewhat personal, tag your friends, leverage their network. So take a picture of here, guys in the back, Tina and Lou. I'm leveraging my network of 5,000 and their network. So my network, the leverage in that picture just went up from 5,000 to around 15,000. The reach is much faster, much quicker. I am the guy that has a guy for everything. DJ actually was in the class that we presented, and the presenter asked the question, what does Apple sell? There's no wrong answer to the question. No, they sell a phone, they sell a computer, they sell a watch. How should they sell? An ecosystem inside this cute little phone. You want to check your email? You got it there. Want to check the weather? It's there. You want to make a phone call? It's there. Be the Apple to all your clients. Be the person that they come to for everything. No, be the ones that they call like, hey, I'm new to town. I need a doctor. Who do you recommend? I need a plumber. I need a roofer. You need to be you want to have a guy for everything that you can recommend. Because most people that are moving into town don't know anybody. Yeah, so be the person that they come to. Because the last thing you want is to find out on social media that one of your close friends just posted their house, you just listed their house with somebody else. So just make sure that you're connecting with them, not just in the business level, but the personal level as well. Create a page. So creating a page, that was Jeff Law came up with this idea of create a page of. Good? All right, here we go. So one of his plans create a page, I think was called like all the best of Marblehead or something like that. But the person that did it was, what they would do is every week they would film themselves having an interview with a local business and post it on the page, tag them, and they advertise pretty much for them, for the business, for themselves, and everybody can see it. So if the business owner can trust you, you must be good. You're using inherited trust. Now, so be the expert, post local stuff, but also like Alexa said, businessy stuff as well. Google My Business, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Google My Business, as many of you may or may know, it's a social platform as well. You can post on Google My Business. You can have a feed of pictures and posts on Google Business. So when somebody searches you, they can see all that. And that's the audience. Those are the times that you want to post. Normally they say if you post in between, you're gonna get lost in the shop. What else I got here? The apps. This presentation was like 35 slides this morning. And I cut it down a bunch. So for you guys that are somewhat tech savvy, if you're looking to do some kind of marketing and like put a picture or three, pictures and put post stuff in there, Canva is a really good picture, a really good app. Actually, this presentation was created on Canva. Flow Code, you're about to see in around 2 seconds. And Quick is a great app to create video. You can make a really cool video in around 45 seconds. And it looks really, really good. And that's me. You might be able, from where you are, you might be able to click that QR code on the full page. So flowcode.com at the bottom. We'll definitely write that down. You can create a QR code and point it to wherever you want for free. And for me, if it's free, it's for me. So that one will bring you to my landing page. It has my name, my contact info. There it is. Yeah. So, and then you can save my contact information right to your phone. You can share it. I put on that page, I put my company Facebook, my company website, and I can put whatever link you want. You can put your whatever page you want to share.
So it's like a business card.
Yeah,
it's
digital
business
business
card.
card. Any questions?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just wanted to thank you all for coming out this evening. It's nice to see some people in person finally. So I thank you for making the effort to get out here today. Kind of like Duncan and Alexa already kind of mentioned, there's only so much about business planning I can actually get to in about 10, 15 minutes or so. So it is going to be a little basic, but I really just wanted to mention some like systems that'll help you build your business and kind of get you started on your way to creating a business plan. So whether you're just getting started in the business or you've been around for a while and you want to take your business to the next level, I think you'll be able to get some tips out of this, and I hope you will. Like DJ mentioned, you'll all get a survey. I don't know exactly when yet. We'll figure that out. What's that?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, great. So I guess all I would say, if you find anything useful today, I really appreciate some feedback. I mentioned to Kira earlier that, in one of our future sessions, DJ mentioned this is going to be 1 of 4, but this is the first of 4. So maybe, on the 3rd session, we could either do a follow-up business plan. It's always important to review regularly. So it could be something that, we do a business plan review at some point later this year. Or if you find that you really want more of a business planning training, that may be something that GHAR may be able to facilitate, like an actual class at some point. I think that would be a good idea if you guys are on board with that. So just let us know, please. Again, any feedback is greatly appreciated. So business planning, plan to win. Today, we're going to be talking about what a business plan actually is, why it's important. I'm going to talk about some key systems for building your business. Actually, before I go through this, I just want to mention this is a collection of some things that I've learned over my career, and I guess I should really introduce myself. My name is Mira. I've been in the real estate business 12 years. This is actually my 13th year in the business. I have 8 years experience of managing a brokerage, successful brokerage in West Hartford. I served on the Broker Services Committee from 2017 to 2019 as member, vice chair, and chair. I also currently am the chair for Member Services Committee, and I am a member of YPN Committee. So thank you to all of my fellow YPN Committee members for being here, for supporting, and for helping us all put this great event together. So let's move on. Again, stuff that I've learned over the years in my career, during my career, but I'm also going to reference a lot of principles, practices, approaches that Brian Buffini, Buffini and Company, maybe some of you have heard of him. He's a very well-known coach and runs a very successful real estate coaching company. They've coached over 3 million real estate professionals, and I've learned a lot from them. Somebody I've looked up to for a long time during my career, and I found a lot of his approaches very, very relatable. So just keep in mind that that's something I'll be touching on during the presentation. So that being said, focusing on being relational and not transactional, working by referrals. That's one of his big things. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And then lastly, about tracking your progress and reviewing your goals on a regular basis. So what is a business plan? Why is it important? Anybody know what a business plan is? Okay, you don't have to tell me. Business plan is, well, business plan. You're welcome. That's why you guys all came here today, right? No, but a business plan is a written document that outlines your objectives, your business objectives, and how you intend to go about achieving them throughout the year. It also sets a foundation or platform from which you can launch your career, or again, take your career to the next level. It lays out a roadmap for your business from a marketing, financial, and operational standpoint. And it helps you to prioritize your daily, weekly, and monthly activities. It tracks the effectiveness of your marketing strategies, allowing you to make adjustments as you go, and ensures that you're maximizing your potential and achieving your goals. Everybody wants to achieve their goals, right?
Yeah.
Of course. So here's a sample of a business plan format. This actually I sourced from NAR's website. And this gives you 7 essential components of a real estate business plan. This is very different from something you would see from, say, like a Buffini and Company or some other coaches that are out there. This is very specific. Well, it's more of a general picture, and it is very specific in the actual components that they discuss. So mission statement, SWOT analysis, specific goals, strategic plan, time frame, target audience, systems, and processes. I'm going to touch on just a few of these in my own way. Again, a lot of stuff that I've learned from Buffini's teaching. So I'm interested to see what you think. Anybody here use Buffini and Company's services? Coaching services? So few. Very cool. Yeah. Mission statement, that's important for any business plan. Kind of sets your vision, gives you a direction, lets you know what you want to do. I think with a lot of people that I've heard speak about this, they get very specific about this. They talk about big companies that spend a lot of time figuring this all out, and they actually spend quite a bit of money hiring people to come in and coach them on this. Personally, for me, I think unless you are a big company, unless you plan on having this up on your wall in your office or something, a business plan is something personal. So my advice is this should be something that is personalized to you. Don't make this about what somebody else might think. Make it yours. You know, does that make sense? Just get where I'm going with that. SWOT analysis, great to know all those things. But as real estate professionals, I would compare this more to like market analysis, knowing what's going on in our market, obviously knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, what those of other agents may be, maybe where there's an opening in a market that you might find your niche that you can operate in. That's something that kind of figure out in your training, in your practice, day-to-day practice. Guess what I'm trying to say is this is a very specific plan. I like Buffini's approach. He's basically narrowed down a business plan to really 3 things. Okay, and those 3 things are goals, a working budget, and the daily, weekly, or monthly list of activities that we do to build our business, to connect with our clients, and to ultimately build success in the real estate business. So let's move on from here. Again, this is an image that I pulled off of NAR's website. I'll have some links at the end of the presentation if you're interested. We have a great library of all sorts of resources that you can check out and dig into deeper if you'd like to learn about building a comprehensive business plan. So the key systems that I like for building your business and ultimately a business plan, right up here. Setting goals and dreams, motivation, skill building, personal growth, building a contact database, having a relational marketing strategy, having tracking tools, and accountability, keeping yourself accountable, right? Everybody wants to, or everybody performs better, I should say, when you're held accountable for your actions, right? Fair to say. And I see some of you taking pictures with your phone. That's great and all, but if you'd like, I'm happy to share these slides with you. So after I'm done, if you'd like, you can give me your email address. I'd be happy to send it out to you. So setting goals, that's where we're going to start. Setting specific goals is very important because it gives you a direction in both your professional and your personal life. They help you focus on what's important to you, and they motivate you really to perform at your highest level. For writing your goals, determine which time frame works best for you, whether it's a short term, 10 days, midterm, 30 days, maybe 90 days, or long term, a year, 5 years out. It's always good as when you're running your own business, think to the future. I know real estate agents that, you know, they look for that quick buck, you know, they get that first closing, they've already spent it, they know what they're going to do with it. I guess I could say I've been there at some point, but really you kind of want to paint a picture of where you want to see your career going in the short term, midterm, and long term. When you are writing goals, take a SMART approach to it. Right? SMART, S-M-A-R-T. Make sure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Obviously, I already mentioned the time-bound part, but be specific. Make sure it's a goal that you can measure. Whether it's you want to sell a certain number of houses this year, you want to sell a certain number of houses this month, or you want to make a certain amount of money. Also, make sure they're achievable. You know, setting high goals, holding yourself to a high standard, that's awesome. You know, I do that myself. But if you're setting goals that you can't meet, it's discouraging, you know? And, you know, I would rather set maybe a mediocre, I don't ever suggest being mediocre in this business, but I'd rather set an achievable goal and smash it than set too high of a goal and not get close to it. Right? Is that fair to say? Makes sense? So then when you're writing these goals, ask yourself these questions. What do I want to accomplish? What do I need to achieve it? What is the benefit of setting these goals? Right? And by what date will I achieve it? Whether it's a date, whether it's an age, whatever works for you, keep that in mind when you're writing your goals. It's very important. And also consider your why. Very strong motivator when you consider your why, right? It's you're more likely to achieve something because it's something that you really care about, something that means a lot to you. So I encourage you, when you're writing goals, make it something that's meaningful to you, right? And also, speaking of being more likely to achieve them because you consider your why, did you know that a written goal is 7 times more likely to be achieved than something you just keep in your head? Anybody? 7 times. So write these things down. Like a business plan or goals, whatever, write these down. That's all I can say. Moving on. So just want to go back to the list that we had here. Key systems, setting goals and dreams. We're now going to talk about motivation. Set aside some time to get fired up about your business. So whether this is every morning you wake up, you just want to meditate, focus on what you want to accomplish in that day. Get fired up. If it's, listening to your favorite podcast in the morning or listening to your favorite music while you make breakfast and get ready for your day, do that. Take some time to yourself to get fired up, have a good day, and achieve whatever you need to do for that day. Okay. 10 networking events, workshops, like-minded individuals and professionals, which you're all doing here today. So I commend you for that. Very good. And create and maintain a positive mindset by reading books, listening to audiobooks, again, a motivational podcast that you like. Brian Buffini has one. It used to be known as
The
Brian Buffini Show, and it's since this year been changed to It's a Good Life. I encourage you guys to all check it out. If you have an Apple iTunes account, it's free. So check it out. You're missing out if you're not looking into that. Skill building and personal growth. Always search for ways to improve yourself, improve your business. Doesn't matter whether you're a world-class athlete, world-class race car driver, or a world-class real estate agent. You can always do better. Is that right? I mean, I'm sure you're all successful in your own way, but I'm sure a lot of you want to do better, right? I know I have certain goals for myself, and I'd like to achieve them. So, but with that said, if you're better today than you were yesterday, you're on the right track. Okay. So keep that in mind too when you're going through creating this business plan, setting your goals and whatnot. Set aside at least 1 to 2 hours per week, minimum, to focus on professional development. If you're newer in this business, I would say it should be definitely more than that. But I know as real estate agents, we have a lot of activities, a lot of business stuff to do every day. So this may be more realistic or more in line with our weekly schedule. But again, going back to what I was saying before, always search for ways to improve. Personal development is key. If you want to achieve goals, you have to focus on developing yourself and your skills, because your skills pay the bills, right? This means that the more skilled you are, the more the market, the more your clients appreciate you. And the more you get compensated for that, right? Talent is something you have naturally. But skill, it's only developed by consistently chasing it, consistently practicing it, and consistently wanting to improve yourself. So keep that in mind when you're putting this business plan together. And invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in a well-vetted training program. Again, going back to what I said earlier, whether you're a professional athlete or a race car driver, whatever, an agent, they all have coaches, right? They all train hard every day. They perfect their skills because practice makes perfect. So just to use it as an example, a professional athlete, they have, of course, their coach, their team coach. They have a strength training coach. They have a nutritionist. They have, a gym coach, whatever. They probably have 5 or 6, if not more, coaches. So don't be afraid to go out there and find somebody or a program that helps you achieve your maximum potential. I think it's very important in our business that we always keep evolving. The market's always evolving. So we, as real estate professionals, we have to respond to that, right? Fair enough. Okay. So next thing, assembling your database. Everybody know what a database is, right? Everybody has a contact database, right? Right.
Party time.
Yes, okay. So a database is a comprehensive collection of related information organized for convenient access, right? So this isn't just a mailing list. This isn't just what you have on your phone or however you maintain your contact list. This is a list of relationships that you've built over your lifetime, not just in your business. I think a lot of people, especially those that are getting started, they think, well, who do I know? What relationships do I have? It's hard as a new agent, right? Because we don't know anybody, at least so you think, right? If you don't have a database, you don't have a business. So start out with a pen and paper, Excel spreadsheet, or if you've been at this for a while and you have a CRM service that you like to use, it's fine too. But take your time. You know a lot more people than you think. So whether it's, so actually, if you are new to the business, my advice is start close to you. Start with your family and friends. Start with people you went to school with. Start with your barber, whoever cuts your hair. I do my own. But people that you have already established a relationship, people that you already know. If you've been at this for a while, then think about your current clients. Think about your past customers and clients. Think about your sphere of influence, your friends and family, social circles, business relationships, online network. Bring that all together. It's hard, I know. On a day-to-day basis, we got a million things going on. We meet so many people. But if you're not keeping track of these relationships, you really are missing out. Because every connection you have has the ability to bring you what? More business, right? A referral, a lead, whatever it may be. And you really have to capitalize on these things. So when you're assembling your database, it's very important to prioritize your contact list. This is something that Brian Buffini and Buffini & Company do very well, or explain very well. And I think this graphic is blocking something, but that's okay. I can tell you what it says. But what they suggest is prioritizing your contact list by A+, A, B, C, and D contacts. Okay, an A+ contact is people that have sent you multiple referrals, people that you may be working with right now, right? Those that you have a regular relationship with or a regular contact on a daily basis right now because you're out showing them houses, or you currently have their home for sale and they're asking you every single day, hey, how did that showing go? those people that you're contacting every day, those are the ones that are most likely to refer you right now. Correct? Because you're on their radar. Who said that? Thank you. Very good. So don't be afraid to ask those people, hey, do you know anybody that might be looking to buy or sell? I mean, you're right in front of them every single day. You should be capitalizing on that, right? Talk a little bit more about how exactly, but A category, excuse me. People who have sent you referrals in the past or are most likely to refer you. B are people who would refer you if you asked them and they actually knew how. And C, people who might refer you in the future. And D, people who do not wish to market you do not wish to market your services to, and should most likely probably be deleted from your contact list. These are, oh, okay. I talk a lot. Sorry, guys. It seems like you're all engaged, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So really what this means is prioritize your people so you can prioritize your schedule and know which of these people you should be spending your time with and what you should be doing with them. Right? We have busy schedules. We don't want to be chasing around dead-end contacts, people that aren't going to refer you, that may already have an agent they would refer to their friends or family or associates. So there's no point. It's very important, just like it is, important to review your goals on a regular basis. It's very important to review your database. You want to go through and weed out those that you just know you're not really expecting to get business from. And I can tell you right now, stuff like social media, that inflates everybody's contacts. How many people on your social media do you actually know? Five.
You're definitely my closest friend.
Exactly.
Well, now I know
So-
a couple more.
There you
Yeah.
That's great. And today, hopefully, you've gotten some really good contacts. But social media just makes it so easy. Yeah, friend this person, friend that person, but you're not actually going to do business with them. So you want to be very selective when you're adding these contacts to your database. You want to make sure it's something that someone you have a relationship with. Because ultimately, when you're marketing to your clients using a relational marketing strategy. It means you're implementing a marketing strategy that focuses on relationships, not just getting out to whoever you can, because what's the point of that? You want to lean on your relationships, your existing relationships, people that you know, people that know you, know that what you're capable of, and will most likely refer you to their friends, family, and associates, right? So it's very important that you reach out to your contacts with relevant information. Make calls to your clients or other contacts in your database. Write notes. Deliver small gifts. Host client appreciation events. I know some of you in here probably do that already, but they're very important. It lets your clients know that you appreciate them, that you appreciate their loyalty, and that you appreciate their referrals. Because ultimately, that's what this business is about. I'm probably preaching to you because most of you probably already know this, but 80% of our business comes from what? Referrals. Everybody knows what the 80-20 rule is, Pareto's principle. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. So that's this right here helps you to identify your 20%, right? And where you should focus that effort to get 80% of your business. I'm already way over the timeline, aren't I?
Just by
No.
20 minutes or so.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep, this stuff I just really like to talk about. I think it's very important. So sounds like most of you might already, or some of you might already be doing this stuff or already know it. But working by referral, it's just a consistent level of contact and care for people in your database. It keeps you in front of them, top of mind, and that's how you're most likely Should I just stop? Is that what you're saying?
No, you're good. No, just leave it alone.
It keeps you top of
Sometimes,
mind because ultimately you want those referrals, right? You don't want to be, paying for online services to give you cold dead-end leads that, take up quite a bit of time. And ultimately you end up chasing something that isn't gonna deliver. Isn't gonna bring much. So I urge you, when you're creating a business or a business plan, or when you're looking to build your business, focus on those people that you already know, you already have a relationship with, because that's what's most likely to bring you the return on investment that you're after. Right? And because you already have that relationship established with them, it's just that much easier to do your job, to care about what you're doing and to deliver them exceptional service. Is that right? So invest in your relationships. Relationships, of course, they're built through consistent contact over an extended period of time and not just one moment conversation. So we might be out, at a networking event or socializing with people at a bar or a restaurant or wherever, have a great conversation. What are the chances that that person is going to take your business card, keep it, and not lose it? And then think about you when somebody, your friend or family member says, hey, do you know somebody that sells real estate? I can say it's probably very close to this. Hey, Duncan and I are on the same page. I think a lot of us are here. So
What
it's
do we have?
awesome. Tracking tools, this is where we close out really quick. I already mentioned this, it's critical to regularly review your business plan, your contact database, your goals and dreams, your financial goals, and your working budget, right? There are CRMs out there that help you with this. I've found that Buffini and companies, Referral Maker CRM, they have two options, Referral Maker CRM, Referral Maker Pro. They allow you to track a lot more than just contacts, addresses, phone numbers. They'll actually help you track your daily, weekly, and monthly contacts with your clients. And, that's important, right? It also helps you track your financial goals, your budgets, all that good stuff. So consider that when you're looking for a way to track your customer contact database. And lastly, accountability. I already mentioned this. Last one, I promise. Everyone needs accountability to stick to a plan. It's human nature to try harder and perform better when we all hold ourselves accountable, right? So that's one of the important parts of a business plan. And lastly, find somebody to help you keep on track, whether it's a friend, a family member, a colleague, like-minded individual. They're going to help you stay motivated, and ultimately they're going to help you achieve your goals. So thank you. Anybody
Any questions?
want slides or
Yeah,
sources?
yeah,
I have a
sure.
sources list here.
We can send out the slides with the survey. too.
Okay. we can do that.
Yeah.
So if you have everybody's
Any
email
questions?
address, so definitely reach out to the number. And I think
If you go to their website, they have everything. So they have like the basic CRM, and then they have,
why is this not switching over?
yeah, and then they have like another option, it's like 100 and some change, and you can get monthly mailers and note cards and all sorts of stuff to send out to your database. Then there's group coaching and then one-to-one business coaching.
Trying to bring it up here, but it's stuck on my PowerPoint. Yes, exactly as DJ said. Any other questions? Thank you again for all coming out. We really
Yes,
appreciate
thank you
it.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
guys. Thank you guys. So the next event that we have is going to be a little bit different than this one, but it's going to be the second of our 4-part series, and that's going to be legal tips and tricks. So we're going to have an attorney here. We're going to have a few different people, how to keep your, self out of some hot water, CYA, with things that we wouldn't even realize were in violation of, things like sending a mailer to a neighborhood or what have you. It'll be a really, really awesome class. We're gonna have a pretty good turnout there too. That'll be awesome.